All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. How is everybody doing? Sarah, good morning. JD, what's happening? How goes it? Or J- okay, JD, honestly, it took me a minute. I had to read that like three times. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? That's kind of low, man. Mark Peterson, Patriot Pride, brother. How you doing? It's been a minute. Oh, it's good to see you guys on here. Good to see you guys on here. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's had a good week recovering from that holiday that happened earlier this week. Was it Valentine's Day? Let's be honest. If you're in a relationship, shouldn't every day be Valentine's Day? I tried. Living the dream. All right, my man. I love it, Mark. Love it. Hope you guys are staying warm up there. I heard you guys got some weather, or at least I know Omaha did. Sarah, you got a busy day? Yeah, busy's good. Keeps you out of trouble. So, man, it's good to be here back in the home studio again this week because we're about to go on the road again. Oh, yeah. Yep. Um, next week, we're going to be down in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. So, those of you that watching this that are in the North Carolina area, and we got a few of you down there, down in Fort Bragg, we're coming for you. Next week, Fort Bragg. We're going down there with our friends over at Team Auto and JB Auto Clothiers. We're suiting up some transitioning veterans, so it's pretty exciting. I absolutely love going down there with JB Auto Clothiers and working with Team Auto. Um, just a great organization, suiting up veterans with custom made to measure suits. And in fact, you'll notice these threads here. This is this jacket here, custom lining on the inside. It's got my name. You can't really see it there because the microphone's in the way. But this jacket here, it's a sport coat made by JB Auto Clothiers, and it's made right here in the USA. Love it, love it. Let's so Mark, listen. Please forgive me. I apologize about bringing up the weather, Mark. I apologize. Sarah's feeling recharged. Love it. JD. I'm not even going to repeat that. Ah, love it. Love it. Mm. JD needs a jacket to go with his cargo shorts. Hey, we probably got something for you. We got something for you, I'm sure. So you're going to see a lot more of me in sport coats, sport jackets, and whatnot as we do these shows because JB Auto Clothiers is one of our sponsors, and I'm happy to be directly a part of that organization as one of the co-founders there, the brainchild behind JB Auto Clothiers. Shout out to my buddy Jimmy Boggs, James Boggs. Love you, brother. And he's doing great things, man. The guy's blessed to have him in life. So we're doing some really cool things. So stay tuned for that. But let's get started because I got some topics that I want to cover today briefly because I also want to kind of get into a positive message here. So, we get shadow banned a lot here on this particular platform and the social media side of things as a whole anyway. So I really need you guys to, like, if you liking the content that we're putting out, please like, share, keep leaving comments. I appreciate it. Um, so there's something I've been, it's just been irking at me. It's really been irking at me is these whole Chinese balloons, spy balloons. Do we really think the Chinese have spy balloons that flew over Alaska all through uh, Canada and then down into Montana? before anybody really kind of picked up what it was. Just asking. And then you see another balloon off the coast of South Carolina, I think it was, and then there was another one somewhere else. Anyway, the point is, how many people here that watch this know about weather balloons and the process that they have gone throughout the last, I don't know, 50 years or so, maybe even longer? These and satellite. How many people that watch the show have heard of satellites? There used to be a thing. Listen, first off, do not take my word for it. This is all stuff that you can look up yourself, come to your own conclusion, right? This is what we do here. We promote critical thinking. Think for yourself. I want you guys to look this stuff up. But if you're sitting there like watching the news, you're like, Chinese throwing on the satellite over on us, blah, 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 blah. And it was in a form of a weather balloon. Listen, there was a back in 1960, there was a thing called Project Echo, and NASA actually launched Echo 1, which was a communications balloon satellite, and they launched that August 12th, 1960, and that was in the 60s, and they've done stuff even prior to that. So these balloons that we're seeing, they've been around for a long time, and a lot of these balloons they use to carry the satellites into space because it's a lot cheaper than sending a rocket or whatnot. There's also a lot of these times, sometimes these balloons come back into the atmosphere, and there have been programs where the military or whatnot have had planes that would go in and they would hook these balloons and bring these satellites in and whatnot and get this information, whatever's on the satellites, not so it wouldn't hit the ground and cause damage and so forth. So can we at least either agree or agree to disagree that maybe there's more to it than what the mainstream media is telling us? Can we at least agree on that maybe we should look into it a little bit more and we are taught to we should be taught, or we should be teaching not to take what the media says and go research it, not and take it with a grain of salt, I guess. I'm going to post a couple of things here because it entails. Here's an article. Whoops, and I just clicked off it here. There's an article that came out, and this was from The Guardian. I'm going to post this here, and I'll catch up to you guys' comments here in a second. Bear with me. This article was written 3-4 years ago about the Pentagon balloon surveillance program that they had. And then here's another article about these balloons. And these are recent, fairly recent articles. Except that last one. I think that last one was from NASA, and that might be about the Echo project that I mentioned. If it's true, if it's on TV, there's always more than what's being said to me. That's correct, Sarah. Yeah, Mark. Or the 14 years. Yeah, yeah, you get it. Big weekend for Andrew. Andrew. Hey, buddy. Didn't you see that? How are you doing? Welcome back. I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. What do you have coming on this week? Oh, look at that. He's already ahead of me. He's got events coming up in Tennessee. That's awesome. Good stuff. So, yeah, these weather balloons or these satellite balloons, spy balloons, the Santa Claus is checking on kids of whether they're good or bad, whatever. Let's use this, that the thing that God gave us in between our ears, and let's do some research, because you'll see that there's actually a lot of things on it, these different programs, and they date back. Again, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. it kind of covers the whole mainstream media thing, doesn't it? I do want to bring up the tragic events. There's been also, it seems like there's been a lot of coverage on train wrecks. I think recently, the one in Ohio, which is catastrophic because it's gotten in the rivers, and everybody's, EPA comes in. I'm sorry, it might not have been allegedly the EPA or one of the environmental agencies or one of the environmental groups come in and said, no, the water's fine, don't worry about it, even though there was a bunch of toxic stuff that was dumped in it, allegedly. There was another train derailment near Detroit here this past week. There was a truck down in Tucson, Arizona, that had flipped or whatnot and let out a bunch of chemicals and stuff. I mean, this stuff happens. I don't want to say it happens every day, but I mean, there's a lot more coverage of this stuff, and it just, to me, it's a red flag. Like, what's going on that we don't know? Where can we read more stuff about it, and what else is happening that we just don't know about? So that's really it. And last I'll say about this, as we're already 10 minutes into the show, I've talked about fifth generation warfare. It's a book that my friend Boone Cutler and Michael Flynn, General Flynn, has written. Both retired military guys, both PSYOP guys, and they know what they're talking about. And this is all stuff that you really need to kind of dig into. We need to understand what's going on in the world today, and you learn about what a PSYOP is, and learn about some of the history of this, of what's going on, and why things are being said. We should be asking questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Developed a list there. Nothing wrong with asking questions, okay? So let's ask questions. Let's figure out what's going on. And we don't have to agree with each other, but the point of all of this rambling that I'm doing this morning is I really want you guys to start thinking for yourselves. We have to start thinking, and we need to encourage other people. Hey, don't listen. I don't want you to take Adam Bird's word for it. Go look this stuff up. That's what it's all about, right? We can agree to disagree on stuff and still be friends. There's nothing wrong with that at all. We've become such a pansy society that everybody gets offended at because I don't believe in what they believe in and this, that, and that. That's not what it's about, people. It's not. And we're ignorant to think that we can go through life and think that everybody's going to agree with the shit that we agree with. That's ignorance. Stop it. Stop it. We are better than that. You want to know how we come together? We don't have to agree on everything, but we can come together by agreeing to disagree and being civil to each other. That's a start. Let's start there, right? That being said, let's flip the switch a little bit. Positive thinking. I'm going to say this a couple times during the show. This weekend, what I want... Okay, Mark, as you often do, I'm sure. Most people don't want to hear your opinion. They want to hear the opinion coming. Yeah, that's true. Here's a challenge for everybody right now, okay? I got a challenge for all of you this weekend. I want you to be the light in someone's darkness. I want you to smile. I want you to make someone laugh. And if you're going through stuff yourself, know that someone cares. Okay? Smile a lot, make someone laugh, and know someone cares. And more importantly, be the light in someone's darkness this weekend. All right? Check on your buddies. Hey, yep, Andrew, I agree with you on that one. Thank you. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. I agree to that to a point, Sarah, because it's something that we've always been taught. JD, I hate you. Shelly, hey, good morning. Appreciate you jumping on. All right, let's get into some things that are going on right now, folks. Right now is the month of February, and we have the Patriot Challenge. Patriot Challenge is going on right now. It is an awesome event. I'm going to post it right here, right now. I'm getting better at this double tasking stuff. Patriot Challenge is going on right now. It's Gallant's Few annual event that they do to raise money for their veteran or programs that they have. And let me tell you something. This is an organization that is absolutely awesome. Been working with them for many, many years. It used to be called Run Ranger Run. A couple years ago, they switched it to Patriot Challenge, and it's great. If you can donate, I'd be greatly appreciated if you could. They do it for the entire month of February. I'm at the gym every morning, logging hours. The goal is to just be active and to help raise money for their veteran programs. And they're absolutely amazing. So check it out, this Patriot Challenge. And I left the link there. Sticking with awesome nonprofits, we're going to talk about Team Addo again. Team Addo has a win a Bronco, brand new. It's a brand new 2022 Ford Bronco. This thing is beautiful. I just posted it. They're only selling 5,000 tickets, and I can tell you several hundred of them have been sold already. So you got a 1 in 5,000 chance of winning this beautiful Bronco. It's tricked out to the T, but you win the Bronco and $10,000 cash. So I believe the tickets are $100. I just posted the link where if you're interested, they're going to be drawing. The plan is that they're going to pick a winner sometime this coming September. Unless they sell all the tickets prior to, they may do it beforehand. So get a chance. Boom. Check it out. JD challenge accepted. Hey, JD just said that he will donate $5 for every person who sends him a picture with HMG coffee. So I know there's a lot of you that have tried our HMG coffee, and I'll get to that in a minute. JD's getting ahead of me. What else? So Team Addo, go check it out. What else do we got? I mentioned the Suit Up event next week. North Carolina, Fort Bragg, coming for you, baby. Next Friday, be down there suiting up some of our nation's heroes. Absolutely loving it. We got another event coming up. This one's in May. But HMG, we have committed to sponsoring a table for the American Veterans Ball. This is the only all-service Veterans Ball in the country. It's awesome. And if I can just post this here with it, I'm gonna try to. There, that didn't do it. I'll post it here in a minute. It is, what is it? May 12th. Okay, American Veterans Ball is May 12th at the Gaylord National Resort and Conference Center at the National Harbor, Maryland. Beautiful, beautiful venue. It's awesome. You can buy tickets. There's still some sponsorships. If you're interested in coming out, this event is absolutely amazing. It's so much fun, and it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. Every year. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think we haven't done. Let's see here. We didn't do last year or the year before, but we've done every year up until that point, and it's just been a whole bunch of fun. I loved it. So you got to check it out. Yep, the same organization. And I just tagged the American Veterans Ball, didn't get it. So I put the promo code and stuff on there here in a minute after the show. Because I have a what do you call it? A QR code that you guys can do to purchase tickets if you want to go, or if you want to sponsor, if you know somebody that wants to sponsor the event. They're still looking for, they have a couple of sponsors, tables and stuff left. And I'm going to be doing stuff where we're going to pick a veteran to come to the ball with us and sit at our table. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a good time. What else do we got here? And if you guys are leaving comments, I just messed it all up. So I'll catch them after the show. All right, next up we have Oh, JD mentioned the coffee. Let's talk about the coffee for a second. I want to thank you guys that have bought the coffee and that we're getting a bunch of subscribers right now. Orders are going out. Appreciate everybody's patience. It's been overwhelmingly awesome. So, if you like coffee that supports your community heroes, go check out hmgbeverage.com or HMG Coffee. It'll take you right to the site. If you use promo code HMG, you get 10% off your order. 10% off your coffee if you use promo code HMG. Check it out. We love it. Paul, how are you, brother? I was just talking about you last night. Great to see you on. Happy Friday, my man. Miss you dearly. I hope all is well. Great show this week. Love it. Shelly, shoot me a DM. Let me know. So, HMG, where was I? HMG Beverage, 10% when you use promo code HMG. Check it out. New sponsor. We got a new sponsor, man. New sponsor for the network. We got a couple of them. First up, we got Forget Genetics. If you go to forgetgenetics.com, this is for all you deer hunters out there, man. This guy is awesome. Retired Army veteran. My buddy Barry is up in the PA area. Go to forgetgenetics.com. You can check him out. I also want to give a shout out to Jumbro's Lures, Fishing Lures. You guys know I'm an outside guy. So we're going to be checking out. There's going to be a lot of video of these places here very soon. And we got about 4 or 5 more sponsors coming on at the beginning of March. So stay tuned for that. And I just want to say thank you to our sponsors right now. Also, listen, it's tax season. I hate doing taxes. I'm not a numbers guy. I know, shocker, but it's true. I'm not. And I got just the guy for you, though. My Tax Fella. Go to mytaxfella.com. If you mention HMG Weekly Wrap-Up, they're going to give you 75% off your tax preparation this year. True story. Go to mytaxfella.com and get your taxes done. Get them done right. So go check it out. All right? All right. Let's get into some of the shows. Who wants to get into some of the shows? A lot of shows this week. And you know who I'm going to start off with? I'm going to start off with Pushing Back Chaos. And I'm going to do that because I saw Paul Mellon McFadden right there. He was on, and they did it's just another great show. They're also doing video now. And again, that was their decision. I tried to fight him on it. So I apologize that you have to see all of that. You don't have to see Mike. Thank goodness. You guys will thank us in a few years. But Pushing Back Chaos. Let's start with them. I'm talking about like reputation and let's see. We got a lot of compliments. You know what, Paul? I'm willing to bet you guys did. You guys always put on a lot of great content, and I love the fact that you guys are doing video. I just got to give you a hard time because everybody's got to see Raph, and thankfully you guys did it smart, and you were ever complaints. Yeah. Well, you got a lot of those. Well, again, resort back to what I just said. You got to look at T.O. and nobody wants to look at Mike, and he's not going to see this anyway. So we can. It's just us two here, right? We can say that. we can say that. Listen, folks. In all seriousness, though, Pushing Back Chaos. These three guys, I call them the three amigos. I love these guys like brothers. Every one of them is in a different geographical location, somewhere else on Earth. They're nowhere near each other. And they still come together once a week to put out some of these amazing shows. So this week, they navigate the conversation on the benefits of and drawbacks to either taking the hard, long road of earning a reputation in your craft by simply doing the job for years and years with no recognition, or in contrast, faking your expertise and hoping to learn what you need in short order to keep the appearance up of a skill set you may not have mastered completely, aka fake it till you make it. And we've all heard that before. This one was pretty eye-opening, and it hits just a different kind of way. So check it out. It's this week's Pushing Back Chaos. Paul, great episode, mate. Appreciate you, brother. Next up, we have Environmentally Speaking. Those of you up in the northeastern part of the United States, specifically the Rhode Island area, if you have a rental property or an Airbnb, you're definitely going to want to listen to this. And whether you're up in that area or not, you may want to listen to this anyway if you rent your property out or have an Airbnb, because this might be taking effect across the nation. This week's topics, the topic this week had Marissa like really hot under the collar. Like school bus, like if you listen to the school bus episode, she was like that PO'd about this particular topic. They discuss a new registry in Rhode Island, and they're clarifying whether it's a state issue or a local issue, and is it a new law or is it just a new rule, and how people are responding to it. But they answer these questions and how it's impacting homeowners. Again, if you own a home or have an Airbnb, you're going to want to listen to this. It's Environmentally Speaking. Check it out. Next up, the Decision Hour with yours truly. I'll have this episode up later on this afternoon, but I talk with the littlest seal, Mr. David Brown. David Brown joins the show with me this week. They call it, he's got a book called The Littlest Seal that's going to be coming out later this year. David was he was in the SEAL team. He was, they call him the Littlest Seal. He was 5'4". And then he spent 28 years as a special agent, and he shares his experience going through the SEAL teams and then going through his federal agency career. And a lot of the things that he did in his career as a federal agent really kind of tie in with everything that's going on in the world today, and we may be talking about some of that stuff. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be the Decision Hour this week. Next up, we have the Power of Investing in People podcast with Shay Sparks. This week, Shay gives you 3 tips for leadership wins. 3 tips for leadership wins. Check it out, the Power of Investing in People podcast. Next up, License for Love. They're back with season 2, episode 2, and this week, a Heart's power ballad. 30 years of your life dedicated to focus of one person, a singular vision, and a forever. Plain changed by one word: cancer. What would you do if you were put in these shoes? How would you feel? What would you become? This episode is going to hit home for many of us. Tracy Lee Smith, father, grandfather, and widower. Unfortunately, Tracy lost his wife to cancer, but it wasn't overnight. She did suffer, and Tracy went on every aspect of that journey with her. In that process, the much intended intimate contact shared between husband and wife was absent, but what he gained in that sacrifice will move you. This one, if you've ever lost a loved one to cancer, this one will pull on the heartstrings. There's your warning for this one. This is a good episode. License for Love. Check it out. Next up, we have the Arms Room Show. They do their show every Monday, 2 p.m. Arizona. That's Mountain Standard Time. This week they have Eli Pegason, hope I said that right, on the show discussing the human toll of red flag laws. Let me say that again. Human toll of red flag laws. Everybody, listen to this week's episode of the Arms Room Show. Check it out. Chasing Happiness. Go check that one out. He's got new content coming up. The Hack Life with our man Joel Evan. Hey, it was Valentine's Day this week. And this week, Joel decided to do a special episode with his good friend and sexpert, Susan Branton. I can't repeat what she said, but basically she said no one really knows how to, and here's why. In this episode, they get into a bunch of stuff about being intimate with your partner. We'll put it that way. So check it out. It was definitely an interesting and fun episode to listen to. So that's the Hack Life with our man Joel. Check it out. I don't know why I can't say I have that stuff. You think I would, right? But I'm kind of shy, believe it or not. Next up, we got the Label Free podcast. You'll Never Change. Create your comeback and prove them wrong with special guest Nate Dukes. In his early 20s, Nate was a business owner chasing success while dealing with a secret drug addiction. After constantly hitting rock bottom, hurting everyone close to him, waking up in jail, and losing everything, Nate went on a journey of changing his decisions, his mindset, his habits, which helped him create his own comeback story. He quickly found that there were other people just like him who were stuck believing in the lie that they'd never change. Through his book, On-Stage Speaking and One-on-One Coaching, Nate shares what he's learned to help other people make it on their own comeback tour. So check it out. Great comeback story. Check it out. That's this week's Label Free podcast. Next up, we got Because Bikers Matter with our man Vegas. This week, David Vegas Schumann sits down with editor of Ironworks magazine. She's also the editor of Iron Trader News, Marilyn Stepp. She doesn't only share how she fell in love with motorcycles and her husband. She shares business struggles she went through from a trademark standpoint. This one is full of love for the hogs, but business struggles as well. I like that. Check it out. It's Because Bikers Matter podcast. Stay with me. We got your 6 at 6. With our friends over at the People's Patriot Project. Go check them out. Every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. They do like a round table. They got some great guests on. Mark was on here earlier. Mark Peterson, he's the brainchild behind the People's Patriot Project, him and Andrea. So check it out. Good people. Love them to death. There he is. He's right there. Boom, brother. All right, you're still on. Yeah. So, Mark, why don't you, if you get a chance, leave a message or leave a comment. Who do you guys got coming on this Sunday? Check it out, guys. We got your 6 at 6, People's Patriot Project. They do a live show on their Facebook page. So make sure you check it out this Sunday. Next up, we have Time to Shine Today with our man Scott Ferguson. This week, an enlightening conversation with in-demand acting teacher to A-listers. Jocelyn Jones has been an acting teacher for over 30 years, from A-list movie stars to hand-picked beginners. She's known for offering insights and techniques that enhance her clients' confidence, provide consistent inspirational results, and guide them to their own unique perspectives. Her memoir is a blueprint for awakening and connecting to the spirit within. You got to check it out. It's this week's Time to Shine Today. Far from Brainchild. Oh, come on, Mark. You don't give yourself any credit, brother. Barry, what's up, man? I gave you a shout out earlier. I'm glad you jumped on. Those of you that see Barry's comment right there, that's the guy I was talking about, our new network sponsor for the year. Just came on board. You can see his logo and stuff on the Heroes Media Group website. Forget Genetics. Appreciate you. Thank you for leaving a comment, bro. I love it. I love it. Let me see here. What else we got? God's Good Table is up next. Listen, real quick. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. Marine came up from Virginia, drove up to meet us at the show and absolutely had a blast. She's got more content that's going to be coming out very, very soon, so stay tuned. Follow God's Good Table on Instagram. She's got a bunch of videos that are coming out. Next up, we have the MSEC podcast, Military Child Education Coalition. Great organization. I say it every week. If you are a veteran or if you're active duty, Guard, Reserve, and you have kids that are in school, K through 12th, or even through first parts of college, you should be following this organization because they have a ton of great resources for you. So this week, your child's IEP. Be positive, proactive, and prepared. Guest this week, Mary McGray. She's a special education advocate, shares tips for navigating the IEP process, particularly during time of transition. So that's this week's MSEC podcast. Make sure you check that out. Show them some love. Last, certainly not least, as far as shows goes, and then I got some more stuff I need to talk about, so stay with me. The S3 with JD. He was on here earlier. JD, you still on? The S3 is back, and he's doing 3 shows per week. We'll see how this goes. Fridays, the Eat, Pit, and Die. He's going to be breaking down the Daytona 500. That's today. Not the 500, but he should be breaking that down today. On Sundays, he's going to do the Huddle. The NFL offseason has begun. Which teams will make the biggest splash in free agencies? I'm curious, and I'm sure he's going to talk about my beloved Packers. Mondays, he's going to do the Diamond Dish. He lays out the top position player and pitcher you should look at from each team for your fantasy drafts. Baseball season is right around the corner, and we may or may not be doing some spring training games next month. Where? You have to follow me to find out. Will I end up in Florida? Will I end up in Arizona? It's hard to say. Check it out. Stay tuned. So that's the S3 with JD. Shout out to My Tax Fella, our sponsors. Listen, guys, seriously, if you're a business owner or you need help with your taxes, you hate doing them, go to mytaxfella.com. 75% off if you mention HMG Weekly Wrap-Up. They're going to give you 75% off tax preparation. It's awesome. They do an amazing job. They've been my tax people for over a decade. So check them out. JB Auto Clothiers. Shout out to JB Auto Clothiers. Custom made-to-measure suits, sport coats made right here in the good old U.S. of A. Alibi Tattoo, Barry and Poke, my guys down there. Alibi Tattoo over in Pelham, PA. If you're ever in the PA area and you want some ink done, go check out Alibi Tattoo. Honor Brewing, one of our newer sponsors. Honor Brewing, it's a great beer. And we're going to be doing some video with them and an interview with them here in the next couple of months, maybe even going down there, taking a tour and showing you guys. They do a lot for the Heroes community as well in giving back, so make sure you check that out. New sponsor, Forget Genetics. Make sure you go check out my man Barry, and I'm going to tell you right now, all you hunters that are out there that love being out in the woods and or just love having deer in your yard, make sure you go check out Forget Genetics. You're absolutely going to love it. And then, of course, HMG Beverage. I'll give you a new one here. That's our Patrol blend. 10% off right now. If you go to hmgbeverage.com and you order the coffee, you're going to get 10% off your order with promo code HMG. You can also sign up for a monthly subscription where we'll deliver it to your house, not me personally, unless you live nearby. It costs extra. I totally forgot what I was saying. Sorry. Sign up for the subscription. You get all that stuff there. Absolutely love it. Listen, guys, my challenge to everybody this week, my challenge to you this weekend, there's a couple of them. One, think for yourself. Let's be better people. We're better than that. Let's stop looking into all the crap and listening to all the crap that we see on the news. It's all garbage. Go do your research for yourself. Two, be the light in someone's darkness this weekend. Reach out to your battle buddies. Make sure they're all right. Let them know that you care. Three, and finally, smile a lot, make someone laugh, and know someone cares. That's all the time I got today, folks. Have a great weekend. God bless you. God bless America. We'll see you guys at Fort Bragg next Friday, all right? Take care.